So Blake Lively had the audacity to make a movie about domestic violence, and then when it came to being interviewed, she banned any questions about domestic violence. They were told to keep things light and happy. And many people have been commenting how weird it was when Justin Baldoni was asked about his co-star. He had many things to say about Blake Lively, all very good things, by the way. And then there was literally no mention of Justin Baldoni from her side. Well, it turns out it's because the interviewers were also banned from doing so. Here is an interview of a BBC reporter who went to the premiere to ask about the movie.
Happen here. Were you given any direction from the PR teams? Were you told there were certain things you should ask, or could ask, or shouldn't ask?
At the London premiere, we were essentially warned as press not to ask Blake Lively any questions about Justin Baldoni whatsoever, which is obviously very unusual to be told that you can't ask an actor about their co-star in a film. The other things we were told were not to ask questions that were too heavy-hitting, to keep things nice and light and fun, and to avoid talking about domestic abuse, which is one of the main themes of the film. In news reporting, we cannot have publicity teams telling us what we can and can't ask, and we usually and very often do turn down interviews where we are told you can't ask about XYZ if we think they're relevant to the film.
I got this clip from Kirsty Flaws. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. New video. I definitely recommend watching it. She has lots of other really good information there. I'll be going over a bit more of it later as well in another video. But my goodness. I had to cut off the rest of the interview segment where she said that sometimes she's told that they can ask them whatever they want, and then when they get there, they're told, oh, don't ask her about this, otherwise she'll just be taken away. Unfortunately, I did record that segment, but TikTok messed up the sound, so I couldn't include it. I'm just wondering if she wants to avoid these hard-hitting subjects, which I am not surprised whatsoever. We've talked about in recent videos how I think that Blake Lively is a narcissistic abuser. And she comes across as incredibly vapid and incredibly, shallow. So I am not surprised in the least that she's like, don't talk to me about domestic violence. That's sad. That's sad. That's a downer. Don't be a downer. Why did you do the movie? As someone who has experienced domestic violence, it is so infuriating to me that there's so much that's bad about this movie. I mean, if you've watched one of my other videos where I review the movie, I think that the narrative itself is really messed up, but the fact that they also got an actor in there who just doesn't care about it at all, and she's making it all about her florals, selling her alcohol brand, promoting Deadpool and all of that. And I want to get into this in another video. I don't necessarily blame Justin Baldoni for the casting choice for this. I mean, we know that Colleen Hoover has, she's the writer of the book, and she really wanted Blake Lively. At least that's what I've heard. And so I don't blame him for, he wanted to make this movie or this book into a movie, and he had to go along with, what the writer wanted. I think people are done with just vapid Hollywood celebrities, and I am here for it. And I want to talk about how I think that this lawsuit marks the end of Hollywood, the beginning of the end of Hollywood. But more on that in my next video.